Thank you once again for joining us for another interesting session or interesting webinar, which is usually organized by Verified Scholarship Forum. This is one of many webinars organized by this forum. And the webinars of today, it is about Ptdf Overseas Scholarship. I will just mention the name of the speakers and my co-moderator, then I will move on to the main topic of discussion. The speakers with us include Muhammad Idris, who is currently a PhD student and as well a Ptdf scholar in University of Passau in Germany. Uh, uh, Among the speakers also we have Engineer Yusuf Bashir, who is currently pursuing his MSc in France, specializing in civil and environmental engineering. Also, we have someone with us, Sabi Garba. He's also an MSc scholar or PTDF. He studies in UK, like with specialization of international relationship. Uh, and I'm the host, and my co-host will join us along, Engineer Tajuddin or Dr. Tajuddin Mustafa, who is also a PTDF scholar, a PhD PTDF scholar. So thank you all and nice to meet you uh, again for this interesting webinar. So before I handed over this mic to the speakers, I will try to make some very interesting or maybe a showcase about the PTDF, especially this year. Uh, uh, Actually, the PTDF is basically two blocks. For example, uh, there is a Germany, like there is a UK block, and there is France, Germany, Malaysia block. So I want to make this a little introduction. Therefore, after the webinar, we don't have much time to digest about most of the confusion some of the applicants used to get during the filling of the form. So when I make this little introduction, maybe you can understand much about where you are heading to, either UK or Malaysia, Germany, and France bloc. So basically, for each state of the federation, and the Abuja included, there are two blocks: Germany, France, Malaysia bloc, and the UK bloc. So for this year, there are some changes because PTDF, when it comes to UK only for PhD scholars in UK, there is a little change, whereby it is now like uh, a combined course between Nigeria and some selected university in UK. Like selected university in UK. Therefore, you need to spend some times in Nigeria before you move to UK along the line. So therefore, you are going to stay in Nigeria if you are a PhD student, not master student, only PhD student. You are going to stay in Nigeria in PTDF college located in Kaduna. Like I think some maybe 1.5 year, then you move to the three universities. Maybe if you check the PTDF website and you heard about more about the three universities. So basically, you need to be very careful while filling the application. Uh, so if you are filling the application for UK PhD, there are already some of like predefined proposals in the portal. So please don't just go and start uh,
Yeah, please, can you move
like
the
filling the applications without visiting the proposal, predefined proposal in the portal. So therefore, those proposal, you are the one they are the proposal that you are going to work with, because they define them based on the availability of manpower and the resources they have, and maybe as well the MOU they establish with the partner university in the UK. So please be very careful about this selection process, especially those who are applying to UK block, which is now Nigeria and UK block, only for PhD. But if you are applying for MS, you don't have any challenge about this issue. And if you are applying for Germany, France, Malaysia, you don't have any challenge about this issue. So I think with this little introduction, we can dive to the main like discussion. I had like uh, Dr. Muhammad Idris is here with us. Thank you, Doctor, for joining us. Uh, so like let me start with because like the webinar is just like an interactive session. We don't use to share slides, and I will just maybe ask one of the speakers to explain one of the key points we are having. For example, we will start with the application document for MSc. Maybe I will assign someone from the speakers to talk about it, and next one maybe uh, application document for PSD. Then one of the speakers will talk about it, and we'll keep on going like this till the end of the webinar. Maybe after the webinar, we can see the areas that we didn't touch, or some of the areas where speakers, where the listeners or the audience needs to ask question about. Then we'll give the room for question and answers, maybe through mic or through like maybe the chat box. Thank you once again. I think we can start like direct. Maybe I'll give floor to the speakers. Maybe let me invite Engineer Yusuf Bashir. Maybe you can unmute your mic and maybe attend this very essential part of it. Maybe we can have like an application document for MSc like applicant. Please, Engineer Yusuf Bashir. Nice to meet you, and we are willing to add something about the application document for MSc applicant in this scholarship. Thank you. You can unmute your mic and start maybe talking.
Okay, good evening, all. Thank you, Engineer Awal, for this interesting introduction. As I was introduced initially, my name is Yusuf Bashir. I am a master student in Grenoble INV. And for the documents required for the master's application, applicants need to understand that the first stage for the application for master's candidates is to fill in the details and also submit a number of documents. So of course, the first and foremost document needed to submit first is the statement of results or the first degree. Of course, there is a requirement. The minimum required class of degree is second class offer, but Ptdf do consider applicants with second class lower if they have industrial experience, especially that are relevant to oil and gas industry. Next to that is NYC discharge certificate. So at the time of application, applicant need to have completed this NYC certificate. However, in some cases, if a candidate is set to, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Please continue.
Okay, thank you. However, in some cases, if applicant is yet to complete his NYC service at the moment, but before the expected date of the interview, you are through, then instead of the NYC discharge certificate, an applicant can upload NYC call-up letter or other document that can attest to that. And next to that, there is a need for SSCE results. In this case, Ptdf do allow applicants to use more than one paper. For instance, most of Nigerians has, let's say, WAEC and NECO, or maybe NAVTEP and NECO, or certain combination. So in this case, an applicant can use a maximum of 2 examinations. So the way to go about it is to pick the best grade for each course. For instance, if you are using WAEC examination and NECO, if you pick English language, you check the 2 examinations and pick the best grade, and the same thing for the rest of the courses. And of course, there is need for a national identification number. So applicants are expected to validate their NIN number and also do the submission. Then as applicants, most of the applicants know, of course, Ptdf scholarship is shared among the Nigerian states. So for this, applicants need to identify their origin by submitting their indigenous form. And of course, very important, there is need for academic transcript. If possible, official academic transcript is more recommendable, but in some cases where applicants doesn't have yet access to their official transcript, they can use their own official one. It can serve the purpose. And statement of purpose. So basically, statement of purpose is a document where an applicant will introduce the course you want to study and also show the relevance and justify that the course of study has application in oil and gas industry. Because very importantly, applicants need to understand the aim of the scholarship. because the aim of the scholarship is to develop the Nigerian oil and gas industry by training the indigenous Nigerians to acquire skills from world-class universities in the different parts of the world, Europe and Asia, so that those skills that can be applied from those courses can be applied into the Nigerian oil and gas industry, so that our country will develop and be among the best. So settlement of purpose, this is where you sell yourself. You state everything and you convince them that you are the candidate that should be selected. And of course, the last of the mandatory documents is the birth certificate. So these 8 documents, the NYS, the first degree certificate or statement of result, NYSC call of letter or discharge certificate, SSCE, national identification number, indigent form, academic transcript, statement of purpose, and birth certificate. These are the mandatory documents for master's application. In addition to these mandatory documents, they also need for some optional documents, because all of these mandatory documents have point attached to it, because you will be graded based on your credentials and the document you submit. So there are optional documents that can also increase your chance of selection. So membership of professional associations like Nigerian Society of Engineers, or Nigerian Association of Engineers, or American Society of Engineers, as many as you like. There is no limit to that. If you have up to 20 or more than that, you can submit all. Of course, your chance of success will increase if you do have that. In publication in journals, if you have published journal before, then you can submit it. Of course, if it is related to oil and gas, it will be much better, but it doesn't have to be, So even if it's not related, it can still add point. And in some cases, some applicants that are one step ahead of this stage has their admission letter already from the school they want to study in. So in those cases, if you do have admission letter, it can also be useful at this stage. However, at this very stage, it is not must. It is not must to have admission letter, to have admission. So that means that if you don't have admission at this point, you will not miss any points. But if you do have admission, you can also upload it. So these are the documents required for master's application. I don't know whether you can add something, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, like thank you, Engineer Yusuf Bashir. Maybe I will come back very soon to like something about a key document for the applicant of MSc. Therefore, it will be like more of like interactive session again. Maybe I can maybe ask you another question, maybe before I go to like the next speaker. Please, I know among these very important document you made mention, there's a particular document which is very crucial, and I think it is pivotal for the MSc applicant. I know even if you have all the documents without a very good SOP, like you are missing like a very crucial point for the application. So maybe can you give us maybe like a key points, or like maybe key points and maybe the structure of how like a particular SOP should look like, or like some key point that a must, like all the like SOP should contain those key points, or like a generalized template for SOP, because someone is coming from engineering background, someone from geoscience, someone from like maybe social sciences, someone from applied sciences, they will not have like generalized SOP. So therefore, they will maybe from maybe your experience, you can highlight some key points that SOP should have at least the minimum of those key points. Please, thank you.
Okay, thank you for this question, sir. Of course, settlement of purpose is among the key determinants of applicant success, especially in this Ptdf scholarship. Because unlike other scholarship, the only thing that you need to like write by yourself is the settlement of purpose. So you need to like give it your best. So first and foremost, for Ptdf scholarship, there is a word count. Your settlement of purpose should not be more than 500 words. So each applicant has to keep this at the back of his or her mind. The word count is 500 words. So Some people used to think like if you're not from petroleum engineering or maybe chemical engineering, then you don't have application in the oil and gas industry. But actually, virtually all professions do has application in oil and gas industry. So the first thing you need to do before you even start writing your statement of purpose is to first sit down and think of the application of what you want to study to the oil and gas. You need to have that thing set in your mind. Once you have that, then you can start your statement of purpose by introducing the course you want to study. That is very important. From the very beginning, give your statement of purpose a direction by stating the course you want to study. Then you need to state the relevance of that course of study to the oil and gas industry. Convince the panel that this course of study this course that I want to study has application to the oil and gas industry in so ways. From there on, you establish a link between the course you want to study and the oil and gas industry. Basically, what you are doing here, you are showing the applicant you are showing the panel that this course of study, if I go and study this course, then I will acquire skills which can be applied to oil and gas industry and improve it, of course. So next to that, then you have to relate that course you want to study to the previous course you've studied already. For instance, if you want to specialize in geotechnical engineering, then probably you have studied civil engineering your first degree, then there is direct link. There must be a link between the course you want to study in masters to the course you did in your first degree, of course. And in your statement of purpose, you need to answer some you need to put in.
Please, I mistakenly mute you. Please, can you unmute? Yusuf. Please, can you unmute yourself, Engineer Yusuf?
Oh, sorry. You lost me?
Okay, continue.
Okay. In your statement of purpose, you have to put in some details. You need to address some informations. Basically, you have to give them reasons why they should go on with your applications. From there, you have to present your academic credentials. If you have exceptional GPA, maybe you have publications, maybe you gain awards. For instance, if you are best graduating student and things like that, you can state that. That can reinforce your application to show them that this is really excellent student, that if this student is given this scholarship, of course, he can do amazing things and of course, help improve Nigerian oil and gas industry. And very importantly, some applicants used to forget about this next point that I'm stating. You have to justify the country you are selecting. For instance, if you choose to come to France, then why France? You have to give reasons. Why in particular do you choose France? For instance, not Malaysia, not UK. Then you need to find reasons. Of course, everybody has his reasons for wanting to go somewhere. So you have to justify your country of choice and of course the school too. So for instance, if you are going to engineering schools, your reason might be because the school offer courses that are in alignment with industry already. So, but all these information and points are specific to applications. For instance, if two applicants want to study the same course at the same country in the same university, their settlement of purpose will be very different because first and foremost, their justification is very different. And also their reason for choosing those, the country and the schools are very different. So statement of purpose is a document that you have to write by yourself. You have to take time and get the best of it. You review it, after you write it, you review it again and again until you get the best of it. So let me just recap what I said because I saw that we lost contact halfway. So first and foremost, you have to introduce yourself and present the course you want to study, show the relevance of the course you want to study to the oil and gas industry, and show the relevance of the course you want to study to your previous course of study, and justify your country, the country you are selecting, and the university, of course. Okay, this is about statement of purpose. Thank you, sir. Let me give the
Okay. Thank you, Engineer Yusuf. I think I will hand over the mic to Dr. Muhammad Idris to maybe to like throw him some few questions also before you come back to. Please take some water before you come back. Uh, 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 Dr. Muhammad, please, thank you and nice to meet you and thank you for joining us in this very important webinar for Ptdf application. Please, maybe you can go ahead and maybe give us more insight about the application documents needed for the PhD. Therefore, from there we can move on. Thank you, Doctor. Maybe you can unmute your mic and continue talking. Thank you.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very audible.
Okay, thank you. Okay, as I have already been introduced by Engineer Awal Al Hassan, so my name is Muhammad Idris. So I am deeply honored to join you today as a PTDF that PhD scholar. So I will commence my doctoral studies in cybersecurity at the University of Passau, Germany, this coming October, inshallah. So we have already heard from the previous speaker on the document required for MSc application. So there is not much. I will just point out some of the references for the document, the additional documents for PhD applicant. So in addition to that, 8 documents that has already been pointed out by the previous speaker, that is the SSCE certificate, which is a maximum of 2 sittings. Please, are you with me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, a maximum of 2 sittings. Then you need to upload your post degree and and your master's degree certificate, along with with the transcript. So in some cases, you will find out that some of the PhD applicants, their master's degree certificate is not ready. So in that case, you can still go ahead and upload your transcript, and you can maybe request for to whom from your department. So you can upload it at the certificate section. And then you also need to upload your birth certificate, your indigene, the NIN slip. Then in addition, your professional membership certificate. So this professional membership certificate is has added advantage because it was counted last year. The only documents that were not counted last year is the publication and awards. So you need a professional membership certificate, at least one. Please, this is very important. They usually ask for this professional membership certificate. If you don't have one, please try to find one before the deadline for submission of application. There are there are different there are many professional institutions that gave this membership professional certificate for free without paying anything. So please, I can remember that Engineer Awal shared a link in the platform with this professional membership bodies, so that you can go and check the one related to your field of study, and then you fill out the application form to make sure that you have at least one membership of professional body. Then the awards. If you are given any award, it's an added advantage, although it was not counted last year, but you don't know, maybe they might consider it this year. So please, also, if you have that, you can also attach it with the online application form. Then publication. Publication is very important, especially for PhD scholars, PhD applicants, even though it was not counted last year, but it might be considered this year. So if you have publication, you can also upload your publication. It is an added advantage, and it can raise the chances of winning the award for you. So the last on the list is the research proposal. Research proposal is very important, like very important, because of it is from your research proposal, the panel will like know that yes, uh, if you are given this award, you can actually achieve the objective of what uh, of the Ptdf. Because of what I have found out is that most of the applicants they used to send out like kind of proposal proposing a solution that has already been addressed. So if you write a proposal, a research proposal, trying to propose solution that has already been addressed, you are not your chances of uh, winning the award is actually very low. So I will provide more information on how a good proposal should look like so that you will take that into consideration. Even though I know now most of you have drafted your proposal and some of you have even attached it maybe with the application. So I will also point out something which is very important. Please don't rush things. I know the deadline is 28th of this month, right? So and sending the application area didn't increase any chance of winning the scholarship. A person who sent his application the first week for the call of the application, and the one who maybe sent his application maybe at the last week for the deadline of the call for application, they all have same chances of winning the award. So try to take your time, put in more effort and draft a good proposal. And whatever technical, um, whatever you put in your proposal, make sure your what is very much clear to you because of like the interview is more on most of the questions of the during the interview are going to come out from your research proposal. So let me give you a simple guideline on how you what a good proposal for Ptdf scholarship should look like. Um, if you from the guidelines they gave, they said a maximum of 5 pages with a title, introduction, objective, methodology, and data collection mode. So there are some things that we are not captured here, like the references. You must make sure that all work you all work you present in your proposal are duly cited and should be uh, uh, should be cited appropriately, and you should present the bibliography at the end of the document. So you might have and also the work plan, the PhD work plan, which is the Gantt chart showcasing like how you intend to plan your PhD program. Maybe you can plan for 3 years. Maybe you have the first year, first quarter. This is what you want to achieve. This is the milestone you want to achieve. Maybe second quarter of your first year of studies. This is what you want to achieve. Third quarter, fourth year. So you can also include what a work plan, that is a Gantt chart in your what in your research proposal. So that is to say you can have you can have a proposal maybe with uh, more than 5 pages. That is what that page additional 5 pages will be what maybe include the reference and what and the work plan. So please take this into consideration. Make sure you have reference in your proposal, and the references should be recent. You please cite most the recent reference. It just didn't make sense writing a proposal and citing references from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 20. So how are you sure that this thing you are proposing, this solution you are proposing has not been addressed? Because of the 5 years gap is more than enough for many improvements to have been made in that research you are proposing in that research field, or let me say research area. So please try to make sure that whatever article you cite are recent, maybe 2021, 22, 23, 24. That is what makes them understand that yes, this is up to date, and he is trying to make a meaningful contribution. So please take that into account. Cite most recent uh, papers in your research proposal. Relate your research area with the oil and gas industry. Make sure that your research area is highly related to oil and gas. Make sure that you are trying to help or improve the oil and gas sector at the end of your research proposal will help or will improve the oil and gas sector. So and then like the previous speaker said for SOP, same here applied for the PhD scholars. They will ask you why you want to conduct your research maybe in Germany, in France, or maybe in Malaysia, instead of doing your research here in Nigeria. So you need to provide that justification. Maybe the country you select, or the university you selected, they are committed maybe to innovation in like maybe artificial intelligence, and your research is highly related to AI, or maybe they have advanced research infrastructure. So there are many justifications for that. So please make sure you have that justification. You can like go through if maybe you selected you choose Germany, maybe you want to study at a technical university of Leeds. Then you can go to Ptdf and look the institution you are going to conduct your research on the lab. Then you see what they are currently doing, and go through maybe if you go to the institute, you see the project they are working on, and you can see many things that you might not have here in Nigeria. So you can try to relate with that due to so things that are being conducting in institutions. So I want to build my research there because of they have this and that. So make sure that your proposal contain most recent papers. If you adapt maybe please adapt a single citation style. That is, if maybe you are adapted maybe IEEE style, so please throughout your research proposal should be based on what IEEE. You don't mix up maybe you cite using IEEE citation here and there, and maybe using APA somewhere in the proposal. Please be consistent. If you adapt IEEE, please adapt IEEE throughout. If you adapt maybe APA, please adapt that APA throughout your research proposal. Highly relate your research area with oil and gas. Make meaningful contributions. Propose a research that will provide meaningful contribution to oil and gas. And then justify why you want to conduct your research in the country you selected, either Germany, France, UK, or Malaysia. So and please try to make your research proposal innovative, like a kind of don't come up with maybe traditional approaches that have been applied to solve that particular problem. Explore. That's why I always encourage drafting your proposal from scratch. If you are a PhD applicant, I know you have already gone through master's degree, and for which during your master's degree, you had a proposal, you did your proposal, you did your internal defense, and maybe external defense. So you definitely have research background. So now, instead of getting draft a proposal from a friend, maybe that is what from experience I had. Some of the applicants they just maybe have a proposal from a friend. So just a friend sends you a proposal, you don't have any interest. That area is not part of much interesting just because of you want to go and for scholarship. You want to win the scholarship. You just take that proposal and submit maybe during interview, you will ask many questions that you cannot pretend on the proposal. And you can see that the proposal is outdated. The papers there are, maybe very outdated papers. Most of the research, the proposal, the solution you are proposing has already been addressed, maybe say 2 years or 3 years back, and now you are trying to say that you want to do that. They won't consider. They won't consider. So I always encourage you what within 10 days, 5 10 days, you can draft a very good sound proposal. You go to Google Scholar, Science Direct, IEEE, download articles related to what you want to your research area. Go to maybe if you download 10 or 20 articles, go through all the titles of that papers you have downloaded related to your research area. Then from there you will draft a very good and sound title. And all of these papers that you are going to download, make sure that are recent papers, 2022, 23, 24, 25. If you have 20 papers downloaded related to your research area, and if you go through the titles of this project, you can easily come up with a then from introduction, then from there, if you go and review those articles, 10, 20 articles, you can easily come up with a very sound introduction. Then problem statement. Please take note of this. Your problem statement, your research objective, and your methodology. There should be consistency in the study. If you said you are proposing this, maybe you said you are proposing this, maybe you stated this problem. So now, in the problem statement, as you provide the context, you start introducing the problem. Then you cite solutions, previous solutions to that problem. So add auto and auto propose solutions to address that issue. So then, in their solution that they propose, what is missing in their solution? Identify what is missing in their solution. Then you pointed it out. That however, maybe this previous solution has social issues. Then you put in your write maybe point out after you point out what is missing in the previous solution. Then you write your proposed solution to address that missing problem. Then you provide the contribution. What is expected after you solve that problem? This is the contribution, and that contribution should be to the oil and gas sector. Meaningful contribution. So if you have this, you take this into account, you have a very good and sound problem statement. Then your objective. When you are drafting your objective, you go back to your problem statement. Okay, you say this problem, and that problem. These are the problems you want to solve. Then each problem you stated in your problem statement section will have an objective, achievable objective that can address that problem. So you can have your objective can be maybe 4 to 6. But make sure that if you cite a problem from the problem statement section, you have an objective to solve that particular problem. Then methodology. Why I said I emphasize on this 3. The methodology should be able to provide detailed procedure on how to achieve your objective, so that when the panel check out your proposal, the moment they go through your problem statement, they read your problem statement, they read your an objective, and they look at your methodology. If they see all of these 3 are going hand in hand, like there's consistency in these 3 sections, they definitely know that yes, this guy or this applicant knows what he's doing, and he is really trying to make meaningful contribution to the body of knowledge. So that is, I think, and okay, another point from the methodology, please try to use pictorial representation. If maybe you set your methodology, says that this is specified the procedure on how you are going to conduct that research, then please have a pictorial representation, a simple pictorial graphical representation showcasing what the proposed methodology. So then the data collection section is part of the methodology because if you state that you write the methodology, then you state what the data, how you are going to collect the data, which type of data you're going to use, is it primary, is it secondary data, or are you going to mix, you collect primary data and at some time use maybe secondary data. So uh, we don't have much time, and there are other speakers. I think this is all I wanted to say regarding this research proposal. I hope this is helpful. I wish you success. So,
Okay.
engineer, I don't know if there is
Thank
any
you,
question.
thank you very much for this insightful explanation about the research proposal. Again, like so many details about it. Maybe if someone asks me also, I will share the detail with him. Thank you very much. Please take some moment to rest before you come back again. Please, Dr. Judun, maybe you have something to say in addition to what Dr. Muhammad said about maybe structure of research proposal. I don't know if you have something to say. Maybe you can open your mic and share with us. Thank you, Dr. Tajuddin.
Uh, Thank you, Doctor. Good evening to all and sundry. I think Dr. Mohammed has done justice to the structure and formatting of the research proposal. I think all that is there to emphasize is the aim. Actually, you have to be very clear about your aim, have a well-defined aim, know what you are going to do, and then how do you plan to achieve that aim? That is through the methodologies you wish to employ. And then I think there is one cliche, or I can say obsolete method of putting a lot of objectives in a research proposal. You see, like as many objectives as five, as seven, and all those things. When I got my supervisor, he looked at my proposal and he was like, "Oh, this is so much. How can you accomplish all these things? And there are not many methodologies you are going to employ. Why don't you limit it to just three objectives? Because you are applying three methodologies, and then you'll be able to achieve each of the objective using one of the methodology. I think that's just fine. Before you know it, I've cut them down. And then the time schedule, he made mention of the time schedule. Maybe you can use Gantt profile and then display how you are going to, accomplish the entire research. It's just a pragmatic way of showing, okay, first quarter of the year, what do you plan to achieve? Second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. That's for first year, and the same thing for second year and third year. And for these countries, mostly you see you are not going to do coursework in most cases. It's just your research. So you should also put that at the back of your mind. Any extra literary study, you have to do it on your own. You understand? So you just need to be prepared. I think that's this is all I want to say about the proposal. He has actually worked on and presented well and excellently on it. Over to you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you for this. Like another deeper maybe words on or related to such proposal. And please, before you left, let me just give you like another question because maybe you joined us late because I made some introduction before you come. Please, maybe you can dive more to maybe some like logical or like rational questions regarding the application and maybe the procedures, maybe since from the application down to the like invitation. Maybe can you give us more information about does the interview centers matters? Because I know normally we have in each geopolitical region we used to have a like one interview center. Maybe Northwest, they may have Kano or Kaduna. North Central, they have Abuja. Yes, I know. South, they used to have a center in Port Harcourt. Southeast, I can't recall the actual center. In the Southwest, I know they used to have center in Ibadan. Like North Central, Northwest, Northeast, I mean Northeast, they used to have center in Bochi. But some they think maybe the interview centers matters. Maybe if I go to this interview center, maybe I can get the scholarship if I got the interview. Please, Dr. Taju, is it necessary to choose like does it have like any implication or like it will is it like, can it influence your application, please?
All right. Thank you, Doctor, for bringing me back. As you mentioned, we have these interview centers at across 6 geopolitical zones. I think each geopolitical zone has its own center for the interview. For Southeast, it's usually conducted at the University of Nigeria, Enugu campus. For Northwest, it used to be KASU, Kaduna State University, but with the launching of this College of Petroleum and Energy Studies, I think this year is going to be in that college. And for Northeast, is at ATBU Bauchi, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University. And then I think we have in South is University of Port Harcourt, and then in Southwest is University of Ibadan, UI. For Central, as you mentioned, is the Ptdf Tower in Abuja, the I think opposite the Sheraton, now Abuja Continental Hotel. So we're talking about whether the interview center you selected matter or not. I think I'm a living witness about the interview center. I've been applying for I applied for PTDF scholarship 3 times, and I think I got it in my third application. Uh, although I was not deceived by the fact that okay, I have to do the interview at the center, maybe to make me visible and all those things. I am just someone who has no reason to visit Abuja except during the PTDF interview. So I was just killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll be able to visit Abuja and see all the buildings that are not in Kano and then do my interview and then see my friends. But you see, that really doesn't matter to do the interview at the headquarters at the ATBU. I mean, at the PTDF tour. My last interview was at ATBU Bauchi. I think that time I was in Gombe with my student for fieldwork. I'm a geologist, so I took my student to the field and we were having fieldwork. And when I calculated that the interview was scheduled to take place when I was at the field, so initially my interview center as usual was Abuja, so I quickly changed it to ATBU Bauchi so that it would be easier for me to come from Gombe and then do the interview at ATBU and then go back to the field and continue with my primary assignment with my students. And I learned that, well, I know myself that I performed well during the physical interview, the last physical interview in ATB Bochi, more than all my previous 2 interviews. I have had the supporting documents that I did not have previously. I think I attended the 2 Abuja interview without the professional membership certificate. I remember when Awal told me that this time around, during this application, try and get as many membership certificate as possible. Maximize your chances because okay, you have been applying. This is your third time. You have good grades. You have this class. Your class of degree is good. You have publication. What else is it that you don't have? You don't have the supporting documents. And then I tried to tailor my research to capture the PTDF themes of research. I think during this study year, they emphasize on climate change, carbon sequestration, and what have you. So I try to go away from the conventional geology researches, to just make sure that I am doing something that is lying with what they provide. And during the interview, I made positive arguments. You understand? I was, those supporting documents, those memberships, and knowing that I have everything it takes gave me confidence to present my proposal very well, excellently. They were impressed.
Hello?
Interviewed, okay, like I'm the best person. They are going to pamper me. This. The questions are going to be tough and rigorous. No, I just went in there. They look for my certificates and all those things, and then they were like, "Any membership?" I say, "Yeah, I have NMGS. I have COMEG. You even have COMEG?" I say, "Yeah, my school paid for me." That time, even my COMEG was not ready. But I showed them the photocopy of the application form, and I told them it was during the accreditation that our school management has paid for all the staff in the department, and we will soon get our comic certificate. I've had NSEG and all the others membership certificates. And then we are discussing about the carbon sequestration, and I was able to sell the idea to so now what if this what they were presenting, asking, objecting the proposal. We were deliberating it back and forth, and they were convinced. So I think where you selected doesn't matter. If you happen to be maybe in the south or southwest or anywhere away from north central, it's not necessary that you must select to your geo zone. They know you are from Kano State. They know you are from Jigawa State. They can see your local government indigene. They can see your state indigene and all the things you have applied to identify yourself. So you are only competing with the people from your region, irrespective of where you are doing the physical interview. And even from your region, even from your state, you are competing with people from your category. If you are applying for UK, for example, you are only competing with those that apply for UK. If your point is higher than the first person that applied for Germany, but because you apply for UK, you will not get it. They will not say automatically, okay, your point is higher than that, than the best student in the GFM category, Germany, France, Malaysia, and so automatically you win the scholarship. No, the competition is within the category you're applying for. And even within the category, it's within your state. Because, okay, there must be winners from every state. So just try and emerge winner from your state and from your category. And let me tell you this, the interview center doesn't matter. The interview center doesn't matter. Just be able to sell your proposal. If it's a SOP you're applying for masters, be able to compose yourself and have all the supporting documents. And I think for this PTDF, I think is one of the easiest, say, because okay, these assessment criteria are out there for you to see. All the assessment criteria for both category, MSc, PhD, are out there for you to see. So it's just for you to, I know this is needed for my category. I know this is needed for my category. Then I need to maximize my chances. If they are saying, okay, 2 publications, okay, try to have as many as 5. It doesn't matter. Maximize everything. Okay, 2 membership, at least 2 membership. Try to have 4. Try to have, maximize your chances. Maximize your chances. At the end of the assessment, if you have the minimum and somebody has the maximum, has been going above the minimum, definitely when they take the cumulative point after the assessment, he or she will emerge winner ahead of you. So in a nutshell, or in conclusion, where you selected for the interview, that means the interview center doesn't matter. It's all about your performance during the interview and the supporting documents you have that the interview panel are going to assess. And then it also matters the category you're applying for. If you are applying a category where the competition is tight, there are as many bright applicants as possible, you have to do all it takes to maximize your chances. And I think this is all I would say about the interview center. If there's anything, you can just bring me back and then I'll respond. Thank you, engineer.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Tajuddin, for this very well articulated, like comprehensive information about the interview center. Let me add something on this. Like, let me do it maybe in maybe using numerical values, maybe. For example, I'm from Kano. I choose Ibadan interview. Someone from Kano, maybe he's working in Lagos. We meet in Ibadan and did our interview there. Someone who maybe he's doing his MSc. Like, for example, we're applying for MSc, he's living in Meduguri, but he's from Kano origin. Therefore, he decided to go to ATBU and did his interview. Maybe someone is living in Abuja. Maybe his father is working in Abuja. So he's from Kano also. So we'll just like attend interview from the different location, and assuming we apply maybe to UK, all of us. So when they finish, they are going to collect all the results and compile them. Maybe then they rank them like the way they are collecting like INEC result from all the centers, and they come and like arrange them in order. Maybe then they will pick the person with the highest mark. For example, maybe I choose Germany, France, Malaysia because I want to avoid competition. Maybe this is maybe the reason of me about like choosing that block. Then at long last, someone from that block, maybe he got 98. That is the highest mark. And they want to choose only one guy from that block, maybe for PhD. and like the same block from like, the same state, maybe in the UK block, the person who got the highest mark, he got 80 mark. Despite that, we think it is highly competitive in UK, and he got the 90 mark. He got the 80 mark. While here, I got maybe like 95 mark at the first person. The second person got like 93 mark. So they will know like change this guy to replace that guy in UK with 80 mark. No. This is your like group. So therefore you must stay in this group. Therefore, that guy with 95 will get the scholarship, and this guy with 80 would get the UK ahead of these guys with 93. So I think this is the basic math. Is it, Dr. Tajuddin? This is the very basic math. So thank you. Let us go to maybe the next question. Uh please, Engineer Subashir, maybe I will ask you this question again. Though I heard that you address it, nevertheless, let me ask you again. Therefore, some guys may get it right. Please, is it is the admission very crucial before starting the application? Getting admission from a university is crucial before starting the application. Thank you, Engineer Subashir. Hello, hello, Engineer Subashir. Maybe he's doing something else. Maybe when he come back, we can communicate. Okay, maybe engineer, like,
Engineer,
yes,
engineer,
yeah,
I think he made that clear that
yes, make it clear,
it
right?
didn't it didn't influence meaning the scholarship hours.
Okay,
That's
okay.
getting admission before winning the award didn't make any difference. It's just
Yes, I can
showing
recall
that
this.
how motivated.
Yes, I
Yeah,
can recall
he
this.
made
Yes,
that.
this is as you said, very important, because I think 90% of those who get this scholarship, they don't used to go to the university they fill during application. Is it mostly 90% of the guys, especially at PhD block, because you need to get supervisor, like you need to align it with your supervisor, agree, maybe have several Zoom meeting before he give you admission, right? If I'm right, is it Dr. Muhammad? Hello, Dr.
Yes,
Muhammad.
doctor. Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
Okay, okay. So thank you. Okay, maybe let me check another question. Maybe I will, I will, I will ask you because we are here close. I know your background is no oil and gas, right, Engineer Dr. Muhammad? Your background is no like basically oil and gas. Uh,
Yeah,
mm,
actually, it is not. It is
yes. So please,
computer science.
can you give us like more like a balance, maybe discussions, maybe balance statement about costs that are PTDF is oil and gas like a pond or oil and gas agency, but there are so many people that like they maybe won the award with that they didn't study like something related to oil and gas. Maybe someone who study like maybe information technology like you, maybe someone who study like economics, maybe so many courses that are not direct relation with that are not in direct relationship with oil and gas, but they won the award. How, like, is it possible? Like,
Actually, I know engineer. You are in the best position to answer this question, but I will try as much as possible to see how I can table this your question. From my experience, just how you relate your research area with that oil and gas. So, like for example, me, currently my research area is cybersecurity. Just imagine how cybersecurity is related to oil and gas. You start to, you need to find a kind of what a link, a linkage. How are you going to link uh, your research area with oil and gas? So let me give you a hint. What I actually did, I I say, okay, now I want to pursue my PhD in cybersecurity. Now, how am I going to relate cybersecurity with oil and gas? Okay, I just look at the pipeline. I said, okay, this pipeline, there are issues of pipeline vandalization. And there are many technologies that have been uh, proposed to easily detect this vandalization. And these technologies, they are using Internet of Things. Maybe IoT devices are like kind of attached or placed maybe after every kilometer, 1 kilometer along the pipeline, uh, along the pipeline channel. So, okay, these are IoT devices and they monitor the pipeline, they detect any vandalization or leakage and send the data for immediate action. So that once there is a leakage or there is a vandalization, they will send uh, uh, data is being transferred at all the time on about the status of what of the pipeline. So now this data is being transferred to the server where the system we have AI system which can easily take action on its own if it take any anomaly. So this system they are prone towards to cyber. So I say okay, since this system, this IoT device, and there are a lot of cyber issues related to this IoT device, then I look at that angle. I said, okay, now I said, okay, I will write my proposal to see how I improve the security posture of that monitoring system, so that because of now the this those that are vandalizing this pipeline, they are very smart. They know that there are devices that are monitoring the pipeline. So if they want to, there are devices that are monitoring this pipeline. So okay, they might try to see how can they hack into the system so that the system cannot detect their what malicious activities. So I write my proposal to develop an intelligent intrusion detection system that for that pipeline monitoring system that can detect intrusion in real time. So you just see how you can like so you can create a linkage between your research area and the oil and what gas sector. So something like that. So you just read. So that's why I gave you during my session. I said that you go through this you draft the research proposal from scratch. That is, you go through maybe science directly and try to find out articles, papers published. Not you can start looking at not directly your research, the papers in your research area with contribution on oil and gas direct. No, you can start looking for papers that somehow relate or maybe papers on oil and gas. Then on your research area, then you try to see to find the linkage. Then you might come up with what with uh, a sound proposal because it's much of how you convince the panel that this is what you need to do, and you convince them that this is related to what the oil and gas. And please put this at the back of your mind. It is not a must that when you drafted this proposal and win the award with that proposal, then it is a must that you must what that you have to do your PhD on that research proposal you present during your session. No, you can change it later after you win the award. That is your supervisor is the final thing when you start working with the supervisor or you want to start working with the supervisor. You can change the proposal. You can make many changes. A lot of changes can be made. And you can go ahead and work on that direction. It's just for you to draft the proposal, link your research area to the oil and gas, show that your contribution will improve or help the oil and gas sector. After you win the award scholarship, you can go ahead and maybe send the this in the the proposal and work on something different. So I think I don't know if this is enough. Engineer, I don't know if I answered
Yes. Thank you, Doctor. You have captured all the needed information about it. Maybe I will add something very important. As I said before, while we are just starting the webinar, I made mention that for those applying to UK, which is now Nigeria and UK, it's no more UK because there is MOU between Ptdf and three universities in UK, three universities in the UK. So please, there are already uploaded predefined topics for developing proposal. Don't go and just develop any proposal from somewhere. Go and check the topics. They are like very, very much in geoscience, in applied sciences, in engineering, so many, even in social sciences, you see the topics. So go, because they draft those topics based on the availability of human resources and equipment they have in their centers and the universities they have MOU with them in the UK. So go and check those like proposals and use them to guide you. You don't like they have even reduced your work. You don't need to think of the name of the topic. They are just predefined. Use them and develop your proposal. Like just is an additional information on what Dr. Muhammad already said. Please, those applying for Nigeria and UK block, PhD only. I'm not talking about the MSc now. The PhD only. Go there are some predefined topic in the portal. Maybe you can go and check. Maybe you will see some of the work that are related to your field. Then use them and apply. Thank you, doctor. So please let me go back to maybe the Tajuddin and again. Please, because like this question is very special because there are so many guys that they are like they still don't believe that this scholarship is merit-based scholarship. Please, Dr. Judin, can you say a few word about this? Like to clear confusion about maybe perception of some guys about how like the award is because I know we all know this marking scheme. This is how like someone may emerge from the state. Like the system, like maybe the judgment system is very open and transparent. You can see it all. You can see it all, but still some guys like they don't believe in that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you can say a word.
Well, thank you for bringing me back, engineer. I think there is not very much thing to say regarding the married and the non-married. We all know the Nigerian factor about the non-married award where you don't even have to apply. I know a person who has done his PhD at Aberdeen, University of Aberdeen, in petroleum engineering. He has not applied for the Ptdf. He has not gone for the interview. Nothing, nothing. When they were leaving, he was called to join them, those that applied or those that were selected based on merit. Now, was all to say this. Hardly you will see a beneficiary of this PhD, or let me say just the PTDF scholarship, either from PhD category or MSc category. No holding.
Tajuddin, your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. Maybe you have some network problem. Yeah, we have missed the connection of Dr. Tajuddin. Maybe I will say something before he come back. Yeah. Please, is Yusuf Bashir around? Yusuf Bashir, please. Hello, Yusuf Bashir.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Yes, yes. Thank you for joining us again. Please, this is very maybe I will say logical. Maybe something very like some people need to have like some very clear like saying about this. Please, why UK and why Germany, France, Malaysia? Though I know you are from Germany, France, Malaysia, but why UK and why Germany, France, Malaysia?
Okay. Thank you for the question, sir. Basically, before someone intend to study something, before someone choose a country, you have something at the back of at the back of your mind. So, for instance, you can find out that some courses are offered specifically in some universities, specific universities, not all universities. So that could be a factor because obviously, if you want to study a specific course and it is not offered in one country, you cannot go and study there. You have to go to where the course is available. And in some many cases, the choice is candidate specific. Like you have your personal reason why you want to study in this country because of some reason that are specific to you, and that is the same case for someone that want to go to another country. And in some cases, a candidate may consider the chances. For instance, if you go to UK, for instance, if you study the choices of applicants, for instance, in some cases, applicants prepare to go to UK, for instance. So, like, if you choose UK, like, the chances are low as maybe compared to when you go to the other block. So that could also be a factor. But actually, the factor for choosing a special country depends on the applicant. Everybody has his own readiness. So maybe you can add something to that. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, as you said, like I understand some guys may like, yes, because like there is maybe language barrier to UK, France, Malaysia, so therefore there will be a less competition. But it is like,
Sorry, let me add something, sir.
yes, yes, add something.
And this language thing could also be another important factor. For instance, if you can speak Dutch language already, the language that is spoken in Germany, that could be your reason for choosing Germany, for instance. If you can speak French, maybe you studied it in your previous school, maybe in secondary school. Because in some of these countries, in Germany or in France specifically, there are a lot of good courses, but they're offered only in French, that is in France. And in Germany, they are offered in German. In some courses, for instance, they are offered in, for instance, English in German, that is in Germany, or in France, it is offered in French and English. So you cannot be offered admission in such specific courses until you can offer, let's say, a test of language proficiency for that specific language. So, for instance, if you can speak that language already, then that could be a really good justification for your choice of that. Because in most of these countries, there are a lot of exceptional courses, but they are offered in the main language of the country. So that could be a good factor, of course.
Yeah, as you said. So people who like, yes, I'm English. I'm familiar with English. But I want to avoid French or I want to avoid Germany. I know French and German language. They are sometimes somehow difficult, right? They are very, very difficult. Yeah. But I think it is another advantage for someone to apply and get like additional language to his profile. Anyway, this is basically personal choice. You want to apply UK? Get like a reason to apply for UK. You want to apply for Germany, France, Malaysia, get a reason to apply to that block. So therefore, you will not like at the end come like, oh, I want to apply UK. I wish I went to UK. Oh, I wish I went to Germany. You know. So please, this is just a personal choice. So therefore, people should sit down, think very deep. Maybe I want to study oil and gas economics. So therefore, like the universities that they are offering those courses, maybe they are more in UK. So let me go to UK. Maybe I want to study geotechnical engineering. So therefore, the best school for geotechnical engineering maybe is in Malaysia. So let me go to Malaysia. So you can choose like based on like the choice of your school, based on what you want to achieve, the environment you want to go. So many factors like are attached to this like maybe choice you want to make. Please, Tajudeen, are you around?
Let me add something, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize this, like scholars that find their way to Germany and France specifically, like has added advantage ahead of those that are going to UK. The reason being you are learning an entirely new language. And of course, it is always good to speak as many languages as you have. In some cases, you can also find opportunities because you can speak a certain language. Of course, you can bridge communication gap between two parties, even in industry, if you can speak language. For instance, Total Energy is among the energy companies in Nigeria, and it is a French company, I think. So if you speak French, you can be a good interface between the two. Apart from your technical competency, also, if you can speak the real language, it will be an added advantage to you. So don't try it. It is always good to go beyond your comfort zone and
So
try.
basically for the audience, maybe Engineer Bashir, because he is currently in France, maybe he's selling you France, maybe you can apply for France. It's just joking, please. He just give you a hint how to like choose a country. Maybe I want to Malaysia. Okay, let me go to Malaysia. Because of this, I want to Malaysia. Okay, thank you, Engineer Bashir. Maybe Dr. Tajuddin, maybe are you around? Maybe he's still not around. Maybe let me go for another question. Maybe it will be the last question. Therefore, you can open like the room for question and answers. Mm, okay. Please, maybe Dr. Muhammad, maybe can you answer this question, which like we lost Tajuddin along the way while he's answering the question? Like, uh,
Am I audible? It's
scholarship.
like I am back.
Okay. Please, because like I need the information. You start like bringing something very important, like, and
Yeah.
we lost you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My network is just disappear all of a sudden and then it will come back. I'm
Okay.
sorry for that. It's just a technical failure. So as I was saying,
Yeah.
regarding the merit, whether the successful applicants are meriting the scholarship or not, uh, I think it's the fact is just out there. If you look at state like Kano, where you have a lot of these first class thing, people who are likely to maximize the assessment criteria. You understand? Hardly will you see a successful applicant, a beneficiary of the scholarship, not having, like this first class, not having beautiful grades from SSCE and what have you. A friend of mine, a senior colleague from my secondary school, told me that, okay, he knows he cannot get PTDF scholarship. He told me, he said because he doesn't have first class, he started mentioning all those assessment criteria that will give you maximum point and then you can possibly emerge among the beneficiaries. You understand? And another friend of mine who got it, I think from Oshun also, master's category, he got it with 2-1. I said, did you apply using, because I know him to be from Katsina as well and Ocean because, having these parents from different states. So I was like, did you apply through Katsina? He said, no, he applied through Ocean. And there he was able to get it because he said by himself, he acknowledged that the competition there is not tight, that he was able to get it with 2-1 to get to emerge among the beneficiaries of the MSc category. So you can see if it's not merit based, if it is not based on people who have this assessment criteria and what have you, then the scholarship is just not different, and there is this non-merit category is there, and but this one that we are doing the webinar on, that is widely circulated, and that is making it to the media, call for application, come and apply from so. This is the merit-based category, or this is the merit-based part of the scholarship. You apply based on merit. They will assess your application, invite you for physical interview where you come with the supporting documents for further assessment, and then the final list. So it is indeed a merit-based scholarship. It is indeed a merit-based scholarship. And I said during my first session, I maximize my chances. I know it. I know it. The confidence I had during my interview was different from the initial 2 interviews in 2022 and 2023. I was having all those documents. It gave me confidence, like knowing that, okay, I have, you people ask whatever you want to ask. What do you want to see? I have it. I will show you. I know it. I know I have it. So even that gave me confidence and composure to be able to talk about my research proposal. And in the end, as God will it, I merit this scholarship. So I think maybe one of the speakers will also say something about that.
Yes, please, Engineer Bashir or Dr. Muhammad, will you are you going to add something on what Dr. Tajuddin said? Yusuf Bashir, Muhammad, if you have something, maybe you can add before we move to the next question. Okay, I think they are okay with what you said. There's no any
Sorry, I want to add something.
Okay, doctor.
Uh, regarding documents,
Okay,
please
okay.
make sure that you attach accurate and genuine documents, because I have seen a situation whereby um, some applicant presents a false certificate, and it is automatically disqualification. Once your certificate is identified as a false one, you will be disqualified instant, and there is consequences for that. So please, whatever you are going to attach with your application, make sure it's correct and genuine. Please don't uh, 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 try to put anything. So that is what I just want.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Doctor. So please,
Yes, I
before
think I
we
think sorry, engineer. In
okay.
line with this purging of a thing, I think it was the reason why the agency PTDF, disregard the plague award assessment this thing. You understand? Because people are just making out for themselves, and I think it was in the MSc category, right? That okay, if you have any award, best student award, graduating student award, best student in physics, best student in this, you can just bring as many as I think 3 or 5 that time. So people are just, going to this art workshop, and then they'll just purchase award and just put their name to. So later they just say, okay, this we are not going to consider that again. Even publication, there were times I think when they were scrutinizing it because people would just, go and just edit the cover page, be the author list, and just try and squeeze in their name so that at least they will maximize their chances. So that's even to affirm to you that okay, this thing is merit based. The fact that people are going miles, extra mile to see that they maximize all these assessment criteria, that they try to have as many this thing publication as possible, as many award as possible. That's to tell you that it's merit based. People are trying to merit it by trying to have all the supporting material. Thank you,
Yes,
engineer.
because like thank you for like this is what brings something back to my mind that there was a time when someone went to an interview, PTDF interview, he uploaded some publication and the panels feel very, very like uncomfortable with the number of publication he has. So they like ask him for all the GOIs of the papers. Therefore, they can search it online and see whether he generally published those papers or he just go and like like get them from somewhere else. We said like they will take the cover page, maybe you edit someone's name and put your name. So they need to they just ask him, please, can we get the DOI of this paper? He give them the DOI, then they check it before they like they assign a mark to that publication. That is when they are like considering publication. As I had maybe last year, they didn't even consider it. Maybe they record it based on what you submit during the application. Let me add something again. Even if you didn't upload something during application, please, if it is ready during the interview, try and go with it. From the experience, like even if you are thousands in a state, if you apply, they are going to choose 100 guys, 100 applicants from MSc and 60 people from PSD. This is from previous knowledge I have. From the previous knowledge, they may change it because they will choose 50 people for Malaysia, Germany, France block, like another 50 people from for UK block, and the 30 people for UK block at PhD level, and the 30 people for PhD at Germany, France, Malaysia block. So therefore, like they will select the best 30 guys with the best 30 application. Then they will come and do the interview. Then they select the best they want give the award. If it is only one person, they will choose only one person from the best 30. If it is two-person, they will choose only two person from the best 30. That is for PhD. And for MSc, they will choose normally MSc used to have like higher number of awardee compared to PhD, because this is from previous like knowledge. I don't know what is going to happen because they can change, because like they used to sit at the board and decide what they want to do. Maybe if they give it to one person for PhD, they will give it to two persons, two guys for MSc. So therefore, they'll choose the best guys with the highest mark and give them the award among the 50 guys for PhD. So thank you for this wonderful session. I think before we go to the question and answers, maybe I know so many guys have like so many things to ask. Maybe I will ask the all the presenters maybe to say something which I couldn't capture it during maybe our discussion with them. Maybe I don't know. Dr. Muhammad, let me start with you. Maybe do you have something which you want to add personally to this session before we move to before we move to question and answers from the audience?
Yeah, I think I've said I don't have anything to like.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Please, Dr. Tajuddin, maybe you have something to say before the question and answers. Oh, like he's up. Engineer Yusuf Bashir, please, do you have something to say before the question and answers?
Yes, I just want to add that despite that, you have equal chances if you submitted your applications earlier or much later. But it is always recommended to submit your application as soon as possible because, like, if it is, yes, the earlier the better, actually. That is it.
Okay, thank you. So maybe we can move to the question and answers, maybe. Okay, Dr. Tajuddin, are you back? Okay, anyway, we can have him maybe later. Okay, well, maybe we can start maybe the question and answers. Maybe I can see someone is maybe I can maybe like let me adopt this approach. Maybe I will answer the question, one question from those raising their hand and one question from the chat box. Please let me start with Muhammad Al-Haji Muhammad. Please up your mic and ask the question. Thank you.
Trial.
We can hear you, please. I think your network is not
Trial.
your network is not that very strong. Maybe let me move to the next person. Uthman Idris Aliu, can you unmute yourself and talk? Mr. Uthman Idris Aliu.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Um, I have this question with regard to the application of portal actually. You know, when I go through the Malaysia, in the Malaysia, Germany, France block, I noticed that when I select some of the universities in Malaysia, the courses under that, some of the universities actually are not showing up. I don't know what happened. I tried using some different browser, but I couldn't see anything. I think it's only Heriot University and one other university that actually did, when after selecting, I can see the courses under that university. But the rest, the other 6 universities, even after selecting the universities, I cannot see the courses under that these particular universities. So I
Okay.
don't know whether
If I
it's
get
a
your
challenge
question
that needs to
right,
happen.
you are asking that maybe drop down button of seeing the courses in in some universities in Malaysia is not appearing,
Yes,
right?
yes, and some in France actually and Germany. But
So from experience, I will let some like of the speakers to answer question, but let me add something before I let them to answer. Especially
hello?
you are applying MSc, right? You are applying for MSc, right, Mr. Uthman? Hello. I think uh I think Dr. Muhammad, maybe if I'm right, maybe you can tell me I'm right or I think once the university is on the portal, you don't need to bother about whether there is drop down for the courses or there is no, right? Maybe Dr. Muhammad Idris, maybe you can, maybe Yusuf Bashir also you can.
Yes, that is what is also going through my mind. So I was just thinking that if the university just pop up, you don't need to bother about that uh, uh, courses. But I'm not sure. But actually, that is what I was thinking.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
Engineer Yusuf
Maybe
Bashir, maybe
if the can, yeah, yes.
maybe Engineer Yusuf Bashir, if you have something to say, maybe you can add.
Yes, I think so long you can select the university, then I think you are still your statement of purpose can address the course you want to study.
Okay. Yes, maybe I will add something again about this because of the database is very robust, it's very large. Maybe they just select some of the university and put the courses and in the drop down, they just keep some. Because even in France, you will see a top university and you will see any drop down of the courses. So I
Yes,
think maybe
and also specific to Germany, in Germany, all the public universities are within the Ptdf approved list. So
okay.
if it is in Germany, you can choose any university. So
Okay.
you can
So
choose.
this is for those asking. And
Engineer, I
there are
think
some
that will not be a problem.
okay.
Yeah, you can just choose the university. As you can see, even sometimes you see that some of the universities are not there on the portal unless you send maybe a message to an email to them to add in this. Because of I have seen this kind of problem with some of our schools here in Germany. You see that they say they have already secured admission, but when they come to upload the admission that the university is not showing on the portal, they have to ask the university from their end before the scholar can access and like select that university. So I think it is not a problem. Assistant Bashir has already made it clear he can just select the university and from his statement of purpose should capture that he will be able to answer that okay, this is the course he wanted to like pursue.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Muhammad. Like someone in the chat box, because I said I'm going to be using like one question from chat box, one question from those who want to talk. Like someone is asking, some of us don't have shiny grades from O level, shiny grades from O level. Scoring lower points there will affect my total score without noting the improvement in undergraduate. Why is it so? Like he's asking us, he's asking the speakers that he don't have maybe like good grades, maybe A grades in the SSCE result, but maybe he got like good result in undergraduate. So why is this like will affect his application? Maybe I will say something here before I hand it over the mic to the speakers. Is it the grading system is a template. Each document has its own mark allocated to it. So if you get this mark, if you maybe you get A, maybe the A's, maybe they will record some marks to that provision. Maybe if you get first class, there's a mark for first class. If you get any document has its own mark. So therefore, once we get the document, they will allocate mark for you, and at long last they will sum the total. So if the total is is higher than the other guys, you will emerge as the winner. So I don't know whether Dr. Muhammad or Yusuf Bashir will add something about it. Maybe Doctor.
Yeah, let me come in.
Okay.
And you also have another chance because now that you cannot change like the grades you get in your SSCE result, but you can get as many membership from professional associations as possible. So for instance, if you are from engineering background, you can get NSE membership, ASC membership, NICE, and many more. So those membership can also increase your chances because it is not only SSC that will be graded, even the membership that you have, and in some cases, maybe even the publication could also count. So that one will also help increase your chances. So you can leverage on that.
Okay, please, Doctor, can you add something about this? Or we can move to the next person asking question. Hello, Dr. Muhammad.
Okay, maybe I think that will not make much difference because I am using two sittings for my undergrad. I mean for my SSC, and I don't have any A. I think only C and two B. So like what Yusuf Bashir just said earlier, additional membership certificate will help him uh, top up on with additional maybe points, which can like bridge that uh, help help him address that issue of his SSCE certificate. If he have additional membership certificates, they have points. It's I think is it 2 marks or 5 marks from
Yeah,
the template you
we
shared.
can check the template for
So you
that.
can look out for, yeah, you can look, you can try to fill out uh, from that link. Go through that link you shared. You can go through that link you shared and see if you can find additional membership professional bodies so that you can apply and they will be of added advantage. But I really see that as an issue, provided that his undergraduate he has a maybe good grade. If maybe he has first class in his undergrad, I think that is yeah.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Please, Mr. David, I know like you are the first person who like raised his hand during this session. Maybe you can up your mic, you can unmute your mic and maybe ask your question. We will attend everyone. We will attend everyone. Please, David, Mr. David. Mr. David, please.
Hello, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very audible. Mr. David.
Okay. Am I audible now?
You are audible, Mr. David.
Okay, sir. I'm a core member serving in Lagos currently, and I would soon be done with my NYC come this July. So, and I don't know what to do next. And I really love this program, this webinar, and I've been following it back to back. And I really wish if I could get an insight on where to get a master's scholarship. So I don't know if you can put me through from uh, how to apply and others information, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so please, I will share like a link. We have a platform which is like almost like, yeah, I will share like I can see this. The first group is pool. I will share the link on the chat box. Therefore, you can join the platform. So from there we have like a very extensive discussion on the application process of so many scholarship across the world, from America to Asia, from China to Russia. So everywhere in the world there are so many guys there, more than almost 2,000 people like discussing about the scholarship from different angles of the world. So I think each and every question you want to ask, you can ask in the group. Like I think this is very like a good thing that we can offer for now to you. Thank you, Mr. David. Like check the chat box. I will share. I'm sharing the link to you. So please maybe thank you. Maybe I will unmute you and lower your hand. Maybe Khadija, please. Mrs. Khadija, can you talk?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you too. Please, Khadija,
Yes, sir.
okay?
People.
Salam.
Good evening, everyone. My question is, I graduated with second class offer from biochemistry. So after hearing what you people said, it's like I should like forget about the application or what, because because you've said they considered those with first class. I'm from Kano State too. So I know the competition here will be very, very tight. So do you think I should forget about the application?
Oh, is this your question, Khadija?
Yes,
Oh,
that's my
please don't forget. Don't forget. Like as Mr. Tajdun said before, someone from Osun, is it Osun or Ogun? He got it to second class upper. For example, maybe they allocate a mark, maybe 30 mark to proposal. So in the whole Kano, maybe there is no someone who got like 20 mark, and maybe you are the only one who get that 20 mark. You bridge that competition, maybe you got from somewhere. It's just like maybe from second class upper to first class, maybe I think it is just 3 mark out of 100 mark. So you can bridge the 3 mark with maybe membership certificate or something else. Please don't give up. I know so many guys with second class upper that got the scholarship. Please, Dr. Muhammad and maybe Yusuf Bashir is like very good in very good position to attend this question because he's a master student. I know he may meet so many guys who got the scholarship with second class upper at the master's level. Please, you shouldn't be like like discouraged with having second class upper. Please, Yusuf Bashir, can you talk?
Yeah. First and foremost, having a second class offer doesn't mean that you are not eligible. The chance is to some extent. In fact, even the difference between first class and second class offer in the grading is not that much. It can be bridged with like just one or two like membership or professional association. What I mean, like if someone has first class and has no membership in professional association, and you have second class offer, and let's say you have 2 or 3 membership, then that 3 memberships you have will earn you points to even surpass that guy that has a second class offer. So what you can leverage on, like craft a very good statement of purpose and get as many membership from professional association as possible. Then your chances will be even higher than the ones with first class that are reluctant in getting other things. There are a lot of our friends here that do have second class offer, and we are studying with them. So having second class offer, you are in good chance of getting it.
Okay.
okay.
Uh,
That I have to include all the membership certificate I got in my SOP, or that should be later during the interview.
Yusuf Bashir.
I don't understand. Like
Maybe she said is she going to include the membership in the SOP, or is you going to like come up with them as like document during the interview? I think you need to attach all the membership in the portal, right? There is place where you are attaching them, and you have only 500 words for the SOP. How can you like mention all the we are going to waste your words while mentioning the all? Okay, maybe Engineer Bashir will ask this will answer this question because he's in the right position.
Yeah, it depends on like the extent of your statement of purpose. If your statement of purpose is not up to like the word count 500, then you can include as many as can enter, so long that you don't go beyond the 500 word count. But if it is beyond that, you can like state 2 or 3 and say that you have more, so that you can present them when you get to the interview stage.
Please, Khadija, let me give you a hint again, please. Don't be calm. Just like prepared very well. Come out in pool, like assuming you're competing with no one. Like you just want to get the award. Just assume you are the best. You just want to get the award. Like pull out. Get all required document, get anything relevant. Once you see the list, I know you have the list for the documents. Get all what you can get and go to the interview. Maybe you can get it ahead of like even those who is 4.99 CGPA. Doesn't matter. Thank you. I wish you all the best. I think we answered the question, right, Khadija?
Also, Khadija, what you need to put at the back of your mind again is that the ladies have an added advantage over the guys, as I think there is a slot that is reserved for ladies.
Yes, yes,
One
yes.
slot is reserved for ladies.
Yes. Let me add
So
this.
you
We all forget to say it.
as an added advantage
Let
over
me let
the
me
guys.
add these things.
So you just like
Because they
what
want.
engineer said, just
Yes,
be open. Yeah, engineer.
yes. Let me add something. There is additional slot for each best female from each geopolitical region. Therefore, they want like motivate females to be applying. For example, maybe like you get like 70 mark. You are the only female that got 70 mark in the whole Northwest. So you are the one who get the score, who will get it. Therefore, that slot is for the women in that region. So please don't be relent. Try and try to apply. I think we are done with Khadija, right?
Also, Khadija, as engineer Bashir said, try to have as many professional membership certificates as possible, and your SOP. Make sure you sell yourself with that SOP. Draft your SOP very well. Show relevance of your what you intended studying with the oil and gas. Like just make sure that your SOP sounds excellent. And I know inshallah you will get that one. Just be hopeful.
Thank you, engineer. Please, Abakar Muhammad and Aya, please, can you unmute yourself and talk? Please, Abakar Muhammad.
Hello, sir. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for this informative session. And I have two questions actually. The first one is that, so for example, like those who are applying for UK block, do you think it's possible for maybe a fresh graduate to maybe if I should master's degree in UK within just a year? Because I realize that the time is very tight, and for you to maybe capture the environment, adapt the environment, I think the time is almost over. So this is my question. That's the first one. And the second one is that I have 3 professional certificates, but 2 of them is an international one, like one from American Society of Civil Engineers and the World Association of Civil Engineers. So do you think it is necessary for me to have maybe a professional certificate from Nigeria, or even those from foreign association is also count? Thank you very much.
Okay, let me thank you, Abakar, for these questions. Let me answer the first question. Maybe the second question, I will ask maybe among the speakers to ask. For the UK, this is the system. This is their system of education. You are going to spend only 1 year for your masters. So many guys have done it, so I'm sure you can do it once you get the admission, because it is just 1 year. You can get it. You don't need to waste your time. When you went there, you will start the coursework, and along the line, you will just chip in with the research work. I wish Sabi Garba is here. He just finished his master's with distinctions from a UK university. So I know he's just on transit. That is why he didn't attend the meeting. He will come, and maybe he will have come and maybe share more information about how even like how to study in UK, all these things. Maybe after the award or something else, if you want to go to UK, maybe I will connect you with the guys in UK. Maybe we can chat and even connect you with the guys in UK. Maybe you can get more information about how the structure and how like they used to like run their studies there. Uh, I think for the membership, like during my application also, I use even international ones. I have local ones. I use them all. But let me help from the like the speakers. Maybe they have something different. Maybe Yusuf Bashir.
Actually, sir, you have answered all the questions, so I think we can move to the next. We have
Okay, please, Doctor, do you have something to say again? Dr. Muhammad?
So you have said it all. Engineer, you have said it all.
Okay. So please, maybe Abakar, you can lower your hand. I think we are going with Ibrahim Bako. Please, Ibrahim Bako, can you unmute and maybe ask the question?
Yeah, thank you very much. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, you are very audible.
Thank you very much. So I want to use this medium to, first of all, thank you all for the insightful webinar. We really appreciate you guys, seriously. So I would like to proceed by saying that I've submitted my application, that is one. And I don't want to say that I didn't take much time to look at it, although I did. But if I thought I would have got to know about this webinar first, I wouldn't have submitted. You understand what I mean?
Yes, yes.
So my first question will go on the issue of membership certificates. So the membership certificate I am having is from school. So before we graduate, we used to have this association of Student Chemical Society of Nigeria. So I was a member of Student Chemical Society of Nigeria. So that was the certificate I uploaded for the application process. That is one. So I don't know if these membership certificates can stand. And again, I also want to point out that these membership certificates, after application, can I go with more if I have it to the interview venue? That is second. So, and the third one is the issue of SOP. As is he Mr. Bashir? Or I can't
Mr.
actually
Bashir.
recall the name. Yeah. So he made mention of the issue of SOP that you can actually justify your institution, your SOP. So I didn't actually do that. Although my SOP was very resourceful and I had to share it with some of my colleagues, which got scholarship already, not PTDF scholarship, although I can see that the criteria for PTDF scholarship is quite different from that of many of the scholarship that I actually know about, something like that, because they used to have this scope that you can, so that's what I mean. So these are my question. Please, if you can be able to do justice to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Let me attempt the question. Maybe I will give floor to other speakers to attempt the questions. For example, I had that experience. I have like membership certifications while I was schooling. So I went there. They said they will not accept like if you are like a membership certification from a student association, they will not accept it. They will only accept membership from a professional organization or professional bodies you belong to. Maybe like for those in maybe petroleum, they used to have like SPE, right? For those in civil, they used to have like NICE. For those in mechanical, they used to have like Nemeki. For those in geoscience, maybe they used to have like COMED, all these things. Maybe those engineers, they used to have Koren, NNC, and so on and so forth. So I think this is I answer this question. Maybe I will let someone to answer the question. And in the case of membership certificate which you didn't upload, yes, I have this experience also. There is some that I didn't upload during the application, but I went with them during the interview session. And for your information also, after the selection for the interview, they will allow you to update your profile. Therefore, you have like a chance during the before the interview to update your application and maybe make some adjustment, make some addition, make some removals. So you can do that. And for the SOP, I'll let Engineer Bashir to ask. Maybe he can add something again before we hand it over the mic to the maybe Dr. Muhammad. Maybe he wants to say something again. Please, Engineer Bashir, you can. The floor is yours.
Okay, regarding the statement of purpose, first of all, since you have already submitted your application, I wish you all the best. So when you get to the interview session, they will ask you to discuss your statement of purpose, basically. Why do you want to go to social country? Why do you want to study this course? So as from there, basically you need to know your SOP by heart because you need to discuss it with them. So in there, you can justify the things that you don't get to justify and include the things that you forgot to include there. So just when you are going for the interview, carry all the documents with you and also know that when you are discussing, you need to add the details that you forgot to add in the statement of purpose. Thank you.
Yes, will you say something about maybe the membership, Yusuf Bashir?
The membership, they don't actually consider, as you say, they might not consider student associations.
But he can go with them. Maybe he can scale.
Yes, but go with them. There is no hard in trying. There's no hard in trying.
So, Engineer Dr. Muhammad, maybe can you say something about maybe add something about what we just mentioned?
Actually, there's nothing to ask. Nothing to ask you here.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Like I think Mr. Ibrahim, we have answered your question maybe to the best of our ability. Maybe later on, maybe if there is something you can contact maybe one of us and maybe get more insight.
Yes, yes, that's great. And I'm really grateful for all the answers that you have given me. I want to thank each and every one of you for doing this. Before I go, please, I would like you to share with us the link for the membership, what's it called, so that at least we can find our way to get more of the membership certificate if there is a way. And also in the platform, if you can discuss more about how we can get the membership certificate, we'll be very grateful. Thank you very much, right?
Okay, thank you, thank
Mm,
you.
mm, mm.
Thank you. I shared the link just once again because I shared several along the way to the in the chat box. And for more information about maybe PTDF, we have a WhatsApp group. Maybe if you are there, you can join. You can maybe ask any question. There are maybe at least almost 20 guys who are like PTDF beneficiaries in the group. If I don't know anything, I will ask someone to attend your question. Maybe. Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. I think Muhammad Alhaji Muhammad, you have so many questions in the chat box. If if you have a stable network, you can unmute your mic and talk. If you don't have, then we can read your question from the chat box.
Yeah, so good evening all.
Okay,
Thank you
okay.
very
Thank you,
much.
thank you, thank you. Like I want you
Yeah,
to ask question direct because like I've seen so many not on of you in the chat
yeah,
box.
yeah. So thank you very much. I initially had a technical glitch with my network, so I had to switch to my phone before I was using my system. So like I put the question in the chat box. In the application portal, under the section of more information, like where you can upload your birth certificate and LGA identification certificate, and then the membership, professional membership and publication. So in the requirement for MSc, it's not really mandatory to upload publications for MSc at least. I'm asking now, can I upload my awards, letters, or recognitions I received from my place of work or from school instead of the publication, since there are no place to upload awards? Or uh, what is the best way to approach that? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Muhammad. Please, I think this is like basically an MSc question. Maybe Engineer Yusuf Bashir can attend this question.
Okay, what I can recommend is like if what they need at that section specifically is membership or professional association, limited to those certificates. Meanwhile, when you're going for the interview, then you can go with all other documents.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yusuf. Please, Uthman, Mr. Uthman Idris Aliyu, like I think we answered your question before. Maybe you can skip you for now. We are going back to you. Please, Mr. Hassan Hashim, can you unmute and maybe answer your question? Ask your question.
So, thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say thank you for this session. It's really interactive and may Allah reward you. Well, my question is this, please, regarding the SOP. Whenever I had a scholarship application, the one thing that really me headache is SOP. Please, I would like you to maybe take me through the SOP, the things that SOP must contain, or maybe some basic some things. I hope you understand what I mean. Things that I should include them inside my SOP for it to be considered, or for me to maximize my chance. And also, I would like to ask whether leadership experience can maximize my chance, maybe during the interview. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hassan. I think Engineer Yusuf has Engineer Bashir attended this initially during the formal presentation, but I know maybe you can have maybe like a summary of what he said about maybe the content of SOP, if it's possible. Please, Engineer Yusuf.
Yeah, I guess the first question is about the statement of purpose, but I don't get the second one.
Please,
second question.
Please,
Okay.
can you repeat the second question?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. What I said, for example, maybe if I'm a president of my association,
Leadership
maybe it was
experience.
yeah, a leadership experience maximize my chance, maybe it was effective.
Okay, first of all, let me in summary, let me talk about the settlement of offer first. Each scholarship has their own like criteria for the selection. So for you, when you're writing a settlement purpose for a specific scholarship, you need to tailor it in line with the requirements of that specific scholarship. So for Ptdf scholarship, the aim is to train young indigenous Nigerians to the skills that will help improve our oil and gas sector. So you have to tailor your statement of purpose toward this area. So in summary, your statement of purpose will present the course you want to study. You also justify the course of study and show that it has application in oil and gas industry, and also show that that course you want to study for, let's say, masters, is related to the course you studied previously in your previous studies. That is first degree. And also you have to justify the country you are choosing and the school you are choosing. Basically, that is it. And in there, you have to present your academic credentials. You have to convince the interview panel that you have the requirements and you have the skill sets required of that studies. Because, for instance, in there, you say you have like leadership and professional association, you can also add that as another advantage, of course. So statement of purpose generally is specific to individual, is also specific to a scholarship. So you first need to understand the aim and turn it toward that side. I don't know, maybe Awal, you can add more to that.
Yes, about the leadership. Mr. Yusuf, Engineer Yusuf, about the leadership. He said like maybe he was like a president in his departmental association. Well, is it count? Maybe he can add it in leadership experience, maybe during maybe to craft his maybe SOP.
Yes, and specifically, I think there are some other scholarships that are even looking for potential leaders. I'm sure, like scholarships like Chevening and Commonwealth, they are looking for young potential leaders to capture. So there are even specific scholarships that are for just potential leaders like you. Of course, that is also added advantage. So also, you need to like state it in your statement of purpose, because it will fit you my point.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yusuf Bashir. Please, Mr. Yusuf, can you unmute your mic and ask your question? Because I see like we have so many like longer notes in the chat box. Maybe we can have like maybe direct communication. Therefore, we can ask more question on it.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Am I
evening.
audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you for this wonderful and insightful webinar. So I have 3 questions, and one is Dr. Tajuddin made mention that it will add an advantage for a PhD candidate to add, publications and other professional certifications. But in the form to submit the application, there is no specific place to add such information. So I'm asking, where can one add such information? That's the first question. And the second question is, in the case of PhD application, hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Is it required, is it a must that a candidate must contact the university to which he wants to like select and get admission before he can select and submit the application? And finally, I applied for a master's scholarship with Ptdf in 2022, and my application was not successful. So I want to apply for PhD this year. So the question is it advisable for me to use my old account to which I submit the MSc, or I should just go ahead and create new one to submit the PhD application? So that's the questions. Thank you so much.
Okay, please, for the first question, maybe I will ask Dr. Muhammad to attend the question about Dr. Muhammad, Mr. Yusuf is asking that memberships and the publication, maybe there's no place for uploading them in the portal. I don't know. Maybe you can shed more light on this. Maybe they have something.
Yeah.
Please. Dr. Muhammad? Dr. Muhammad Idris?
Okay. Actually, there is a section there to upload publication and membership certificate. I think I reviewed document, this proposal for one applicant, and he screenshots that part where he uploaded his, because I have not mentioned
Okay, I
about
think
professional.
to find the solution of this question, to find the
Yeah.
solution of the question, maybe
So
you
just
you
need
can
to go
contact.
through the post.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
contact the doctor direct. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he can guide you through this.
I will share a
Okay.
screenshot with him so that he can navigate through around the portal and
Yes,
attach
I'm in
those.
the portal right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe after the
You
webinar.
can
Maybe after the webinar.
after the webinar we can talk.
Okay, and doctor, he is still asking. The next question is that must he contact like a university where he want to go and study before he submit his application or not?
I think you can answer this
Okay,
question.
okay. So let me answer the question.
Yeah.
The chances of getting the award, like getting maybe admission from a particular school, it has like very insignificant, like insignificant influence on getting the award. For example, let me give you an example. For the case of France and Germany, they will not even give you admission. Sparada will not accept you without any like binding document of funding. You must have funding before you get admission in those universities. Maybe in France, he must before you even like start communicating. Please, do you have any funding? If you have funding, so where's the document? So you not even get the funding letter until, or like notification of the award, until you are you are successful in on the PDDF. So please, it's an advice. It's an advice from experience that people should focus on the main application document. The admission letter, it has less, even if it has very insignificant role to play for the award. So please focus on the main application document. And for the last one, I wish Dr. Tajuddin is here. Maybe he will answer the question because he applied for MSc. I don't know. Maybe Doctor, maybe you can answer this question. He said he has two accounts. Account he applied for MSc in the first place, and it was not successful. And he finished his MSc. Now he want to apply for PhD. Is he going to apply with the same account, or is he going to
You
create
can still use that account. You can still use that account.
Yes,
You can
because
still use that account.
yes, I think they don't care
What
about
will
whether
happen is
how
that
many your account, how many account you
they
have.
don't care about it. You just add application. Yes, you don't count. You just add application. Once he log into his account, there is button where he will add application. Then he will select PhD program. Then he is good to go. Yeah.
Okay, I think Mr. Yusuf, we answered the question, right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Just last thing, please, how can I reach out to Dr. Muhammad Idris?
Maybe you
so
can
that I
drop,
can.
you can maybe you can communicate in chat box with him.
Just drop message. Just drop message. in the platform, I will respond. Just drop message.
Okay, I think I'm coming back to maybe Mr. Osman again. Mr. Osman, can you unmute your mic and talk? Mr. Osman. Please, if Mr. Osman is not around, please, Mr. Aliu, can you unmute your mic and talk?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Hello. Sorry. So my question goes like this. The course I want to study, let's say I was opportune to get one in Malaysia and there is none in Germany and France. And even in Malaysia, let's say I have one university that is offering that particular course. Can I select that university and the course in all the three options, like first, second, and third option? Thank you.
Okay, please, Engineer Yusuf Bashir, you are like you have more experience when it comes to MSc application. Can you attend this question?
Okay, I think in this case, despite that the course you want to study is only available in one institution that is in that country. Actually, if you are going for Germany, France, Malaysia block, you have to pick one school from each of the three countries. But the first choice is your preferred country. For instance, if the course you want to study is only available in that school, let's say it is Germany, he said, or where?
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Then make it your first choice. Then try and find other schools and courses that are similar to that. But in your statement of purpose, stress on that first choice. Make it, write the statement of purpose based on that first choice. I think you can add more, sir.
Yes, the reason of that is that you will have diversification, maybe assuming you didn't get admission there, therefore you can switch to another country. Though there are option, you can even choose all one university for the three choice, all one country for the three choice. But for you to have like diversification, maybe if like option A didn't work, you have option B, you have option C. As engineer Yusuf said, like stress that very school in your application document. You are like, I want to go to this school because of this. I want to go to this school. I want to go to this school. So I think this is the best idea.
Yeah.
Although you can even choose like a single school for the all three options, but thereby therefore you may like it may add the chances of getting the award. I think it is okay. Mr. Ottoman, are we done?
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Okay. So please, Mr. Ali, can you unmute your mic and talk?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. Sorry. I have 2 to 3 questions. One, I don't have my MSc certificate yet. What are the possible masters remaining the certificate? And secondly, my question is regarding the proposal. The proposal, that 5-page, including the reference and everything, or what? And number 3 is that the issue of this thing, publications. I have some other, like I think 3 publications has. Hello.
We can hear you.
I have 3 publications that I have already published and other 3 unpublished. How can I present to them so that I have the evidence that I have the publication or they have been accepted? And for the issue of this thing, for professional membership, there is some membership that you just they are not issuing any certificate of membership like for our own. It is the some few that when you join, I think no need for that certificate of membership. But I don't know how can I get through. That is my own question. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think for the first question, if I'm right, tell me I'm right. You said your MSc certificate is not ready. Maybe will you use it maybe before the time? Like maybe can you repeat the first question because like there is like a disconnection during like the question.
Yes, what I say is that I have already finished my master's, but
Mhm.
yet to receive my MSc certificate because we are yet to do our convocations. And even if we have done our convocation before certificate reach us, it will take time. Will they accept anything as the evidence that I have already finished my master's instead of presenting the certificate or what? That is
Okay.
my question.
The first question, I think Doctor may answer this question. Dr. Muhammad, can you answer the question?
Yes, doctor. I think I have made mention of that during my session.
Okay.
He can request for a home letter from his institution, maybe from his department. A home letter clearly stating that he has completed his um, studies, his postgraduate studies, and he can attach that letter at the certificate section of the application portal. Then during the interview, he can still present that along with his transcripts. So I think that will be uh, sufficient for that.
Okay. For the second question, you said what, Mr. Aliu?
But for the second question is regarding the proposal. They have mentioned only five. I said only five. All the section, including references and everything, that is for that 5 pages. Or there is
No, excluding references. Excluding references. You see, it is not captured in the guideline. So excluding references, just that's introduction. Is it methodology, objectives, data collection, right? But it is excluding references. Yeah, you can
Okay.
have your references at page 6.
Okay. The last question.
okay. The last question is regarding that publications. I think I have 6 publications, but only 3 has already been published and the other ones has just accept. How can I present the I show them that they have already accept, but for one out of that 3, they already issue us the certificate of acceptance for the publication, but the remaining 2 there is no certification. How can I get about this? And the other one is regarding the professional memberships. I think only one I have the the certificate, and the other one is just the membership, but there is no certificate. I'm searching up to now. There is no thing like certificate of membership. How can I go about that?
I think let me attend this question. For publication, the one already published, you don't have case with them. With the one you are working with them, once they are accepted for publication, you can print the mail. I think if it is like one of the top journals, maybe in Elsevier, Springer, Nature, all these journals, once the paper is accepted, they will issue a formal mail that the paper has been accepted. Sometimes they will even give you a DUI of the paper. Therefore, you can check the progress maybe in the printing, like in the printing house of the paper, or like for like formal publication, they will issue like just the DUI of the paper. So if you can get the DUI of the paper before the time, you can go along with it. Like this is my paper, it has been accepted. Like this is the mail of acceptance. Maybe you can even check it from the website, all these things. It will serve as an evidence for you to like to claim that mark. And for the membership, try to get an evidence for each membership, because if you don't have evidence, you don't have any case. Even if it is in the court, I'm a member of this association or this professional body, but I don't have any evidence to back it. So you don't have you don't have that mark actually. So try as much as you can to get the evidence. Maybe the evidence they don't issue certificate, they issue
Okay,
like
thank you very
another
much.
document as a form of membership certificate. So get that document, even if it is a mail or something like, and just evidence that I'm a member of this. You have an ID. Mostly you used to have an ID or something. But I don't know if Dr. or Yusuf Bashir will add something.
Engineer, I think you have said it all.
Okay.
You have said it all. All I wanted to add is that regarding this publication, I think provided he submits an article, there is definitely going to be an email stating that his paper has been accepted. So I think that he can download that email notification and he can present along with what a copy of the article. Maybe this is what it is yet to be published. They will definitely accept that. And for the membership, I actually didn't get him clear because he said that he is a member, but there is no any document to certify that he is that member of that professional body. Is it what he said?
Yes, that's I think what he said. Please, Ali, is it what you said?
Yes, it is. It is that. It's just
And
like
there's no
for
any email.
Is it
No, any,
possible?
no,
So how did you become a member? Because you don't have any evidence.
there is email. There is email.
So if
okay,
there is
Like
print
and
email,
that
then
email and go along with it. Print that email,
okay.
entire email. Print the entire email. And when you go to print, then you download it as a PDF. Then you print it.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
you attach it to the application to the online application form, and also you carry it along. And as I've said regarding your publications, provided that the publication were accepted. I know some of the journals, they used to give you a document stating that your article has been accepted and will be published in so time, something like that. So if you have that document, you can present that. And if you don't have that document, you can print the notification email stating that your journal has been accepted. Then you can present it to them. I think they'll consider that.
yes, I have similar
Thank you very
case for the publication, because like we got a paper that was accepted, I think since last month, like beginning of last month till now, it's not like published, and we have the mail of acceptance. So if like for example, I'm applying for PhD, I will go with the mail. I even print the paper, like the final manuscript that we submit. This is the paper and this is the email of acceptance. So they will count it because they know the process. They know the process of publication. I think we have answered all the questions. Let me check. Like, please, someone said, please, is there any hint as regard to the choice of country based on the course? I think we answered this question. And I think we said that this question is basically too personal. You choose the course, you choose the country based on what you want to do and what you want. Like, someone will if you give me a choice, will say like UK or Malaysia. Someone will choose like I want to Malaysia. Why? There's UK, you want to go to Malaysia. Yes, this is what I want. This is my choice. Someone will say like I will never go to Malaysia because I have UK. So it is basically personal choice. Try to get it like maybe based on the course of study, maybe based on the environment, like maybe your future aspiration. Maybe I want to join Total, as Yusuf Bashir said before. So my target should be France. Like, so let me go to France. Maybe I should learn the language because it is a French company. Maybe I want to work, you know, so many things, so many factors. So this we can't like just say like, yeah, you shall choose this country. No, go and sit down, brainstorm, consult, and ask maybe mentors and like those ahead of you in the field and guide you about the choice of the school and maybe the country. Thank you. And there is someone who talk in the question and answers. I don't know. Uh, maybe Yes, this Yusuf Bashir answered the question. Please, what are the parameters the one need interrupting his SOP? Joshua, Yusuf Bashir attempted this question already. Can the result of my MSc affect my chances? Yes, we just answered this question. I think we don't have any question. Let me check the chat box. I think we don't have any. All the questions have been attempted. Okay, please, Abakar, can you ask? Unmute your mic and ask.
Okay, sorry, sir, for coming for the second time. I have one question that skipped my mind. My question goes like this. So, like the issue of language proficiency, like exam like IELTS, TOEFL, or especially in the UK universities. So do you think if maybe a person with a NICO result will get admission in UK? Because I realize that some people normally emphasize on having my EC result for you to get admission in UK. So I just want to confirm about this. Thank you.
Though this question is supposed to be answered by Sabiu. Mr. Sabiu is like unavoidably absent because I know he's on transit from UK to Nigeria. But I will tell you something. The proficiency test, it is school specific. Some school they need it for the admission, but most of the UK school they don't need it. So please, I'm just focusing. I'm still emphasizing get the admission, get the award first because Ptdf they don't care about your English proficiency because they know your medium of instruction is already English. They don't care about it. Get the award. You can play around the universities in the UK. Maybe if like maybe University of Manchester, they need they need that as part of the requirement for their admission. You can go to Imperial College London. If they need it also, you can go to like University of Dundee. If you need, you can go to Glasgow, you can go to like Edinburgh, you can go to like maybe Liverpool, so many universities in the UK. So I think if you don't have any chance, like maybe you don't want to write the exams, get the award. If you get the award, you have done the like main work. You can even write the test later if you get the award. If you insist, I want to go to maybe Manchester and Manchester need this, you can write it later and get the certificate. Maybe Yusuf Bashir, can you say something? Maybe it is an MSc applicant.
Okay. Though I'm not a UK student, but I'm sure many UK universities, for Nigerian students, you don't need a English language proficiency exam for many universities, of course, because I have applied to many and I got admission and I don't have the test of English proficiency. Just for SSC, like you say, NICO or WAEC will serve that purpose. But I think now what you should focus on is on like getting the scholarship first. If you get the scholarship, then what comes later will be much easier. And of course, you have alternatives. Even if like you don't want to write the exam, there are a lot of other institutions that are offering the same course. So go for those institutions.
Okay, please, Mr. Abakar, did we answer the question?
Hello, sir, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Did we answer the question?
Yeah, sir, but I just want you to emphasize more on having WAEC or NICO result because what I heard is that UK normally consider WAEC result instead of NICO result.
Okay,
Yes, I'll answer this question.
Okay, doctor.
Yeah, they consider NICO because before I started my my masters in Malaysia, I have applied for master's degree in UK and I've used my WAEC and NICO and I've got almost 3 admission. So they consider NICO. That is one. And regarding the English proficiency certificate, even though some of the universities that required you to provide English proficiency certificate, they sometimes accept attestation letter. You can request for attestation letter from university where from the office of the registrar, they will clearly stated that your undergrad was conducted using English, and that will be sufficient for that.
in most cases, but there are some universities that will say that you must provide maybe a IELTS or any other proficiency, English proficiency test certificate. So that is what's having an echo. You can still get admission in UK with an echo. Yeah, that is not your problem. So, and like what engineer already said, you just need to now focus on the required documents for winning the scholarship award. Whatever will come after you were able to get the scholarship award, then you will start thinking of all this. But now, put all your energy together and channel it towards the required document to secure the scholarship award. And I have been emphasizing on this for MSc applicant. Always know why you choose this course, why you choose the course, and what is the relevance of that course to the oil and gas. And try to have an answer to like, after gaining that knowledge, what will you do with the knowledge after you come back to Nigeria? Don't start telling them that you want to Japan or something like that. From there, you disqualify yourself. So you try to like say that, come up with something that after you gain this knowledge, that is what you will do with the knowledge, maybe how this knowledge will contribute, maybe Nigeria or the Ptdf in specific. So something that is for MSc applicants, and for PhD applicants, the research proposal. Why you choose that research proposal, that research area, I mean, and what is the relevance of that your research with the oil and gas, and what will be you do with the knowledge when after you acquire that knowledge. What are you going to do with it after after you have completed your PhD maybe program? So these are the key questions that you need to like have answers to. And this answers, we are not the one to give you this answer. It is you that maybe you choose this course, you know why you choose it. But I have been emphasizing that one. If maybe you choose a course from maybe you said Germany, maybe you said TUM, or maybe you say Malaysia, you say UTP, Petronas, whatever. You know, say okay, you try to look at what we can say. Maybe you choose this university because of they are ranked top among the universities that offer that course. Yeah, that will be to support your reason for choosing that that course. I mean that country specifically, because of what the school, the university in that country is ranked top among what the universities offering that course. So something like that, you just try to like brainstorm and find out a way to always defend yourself when you ask this question. Because of this question if 2 or 3 scholars went for the application, it is hardly to have that 2 out of those 3 were not asked this kind of question. Why do you choose the course? Relevance of the course to the oil and gas, and what they will do with the knowledge after they completed their studies. So you try as much as possible to brainstorm and have these answers. And you should also understand that, yeah, this scholarship is very competitive. There is so much competition. Like you are competing with the best among the best from your states, right? So in many cases, you find out that some of the successful applicants, they didn't got it some during their first trial, but they have experience. If you went for the interview, you will have experience. Even if you are not selected, you have experience. When you come back next, you will have better chances than the one that maybe a post timer. So you just be hopeful and realistic. So it is not a do or die. If you are selected, fine. If you are not selected, you have experience, and then you try again. If the engineer will give us a kind of history of his applications, and yeah, and I know engineer, we need to appreciate engineer actually, because he has been motivating us. We are here all because of true engineer. Yes, I'll say he is a mentor. He's always there to support. Sometimes I was even wondering, Doctor was conducting his research and he has been going around the internet trying to find out scholarship opportunities for us. And whenever you ask Doctor, whatever time, even sometimes I used to say, okay, I don't want to ask him questions. I say, no, it is, you're always welcome. So actually that is inspiring. So we need to appreciate you, engineer. This is actually commendable. If you have people like you, I know the the use there will be much development, like much contribution. I can say, oh, I don't know how to put it, but you just be hopeful and realistic. If you were able to be selected for the scholarship, fine. If you didn't get it, there are a bunch of opportunities out there, and as you apply for this scholarship, you have an experience. And when you come to the next application, you see that it will be seamless. So that is some of my final words. I don't know if maybe we are rounding up because I can see we have almost take all the question. So we appreciate you, engineer. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Yeah.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor. I wish to maybe like say like your final words, but you said these are your final words. So thank you. Maybe I will have final words from Yusuf Bashir before I call up the last maybe some few words to call up the meeting. Before then, please for those applying to MSc, maybe MSc specifically, maybe myself, like doctor, they will not have time to review their documents. So I want those who are applying for MSc, try to like relocate or create a link with those the MSc beneficiaries of this scholarship. They have more like knowledge on how to craft the MSc SOP, right? So therefore, like they will give you so many hints like how to craft your MSc. Maybe like you can ask Yusuf Bashir maybe through group, like Yusuf Bashir, please, engineer, I have something like, please can you check my SOP? But I know he's very occupied too. But maybe you can find your way and maybe like use your like tactics and maybe please can you check my SOP? I've drafted it, all these things. I know he may have time. Maybe please in 2 days, in 3 days, he will just maybe skim it and see like please improve on this, improve on this. For the research proposal, maybe you can contact doctor, maybe you can contact me or in the group. Just talk in the group. I will tag PhD, only PhD beneficiaries in the group, in our main group, scholarship group. Therefore, I can tag them. Maybe you can choose anyone and ask him to review your work. I know they will do it despite their like commitment and like tight schedules, especially those in like those who are currently in the school. I don't know. So please, Engineer Bashir, maybe you can say a word before you close the meeting. Maybe it is already time. We spend almost 2 hours on this meeting. Maybe you are like final words.
Yeah, it is more than 2 hours. Okay, first of all, I want to say I am very honored to be here. And of course, I am thanking the two doctors, of course, Engineer Wali and Dr. Mohammed, for taking time to mentor the other guys. And for the rest of the applicants, I wish you all the best. And thank you all. That's it.
Thank you, Engineer Yusuf, for the encouraging word and like very warm regard word. Uh, Let me say some few words before we close the meeting. Number one, for PTDF application, please, please don't submit, consult before you submit. Like there is this saying that always experience matters, as Dr. Muhammad said. When you attend an interview, even if you didn't get a work, or it is a working interview, or like a job interview, or scholarship interview, even if you didn't get that position or scholarship, you'll come out, you'll come back with experience. Therefore, you will learn from the interview. Oh, this is what I miss. So in the next interview, I will correct it. That is why, like when we say like give someone your document to review, we don't mean that you are not capable of doing it, but someone may have some ideas or some insight because he's experienced one, therefore you can check your document. Don't rush and submit your document. That is number two. Don't rush. Try to be like very, 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 very careful while drafting, and be original, as the doctor said. Don't just go and like use GPT and write a proposal. So please depend this proposal. What do you they will, when you go to the interview, they will ask you, what do you want to do, please? What do you want to do? They will not look at your grammar, all the grammar you crafted. They know like most of the guys they will go to like Google and just like craft some very appealing grammars and present. Please, Mr. Man, what do you want to do? And you know the target, like objectives is what you when you come back, this is what you want. This is what we want you to do when you come back, when you finish the studies. So if you are the one who craft the proposal or the SOP, you can be able to present it and defend it there. So please be original, be original. And last but not the least, prayer will help a lot. Prayer will help a lot because when you pray, maybe you are going to meet maybe like maybe panelists which like they are very 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 softer. Maybe they will ask you maybe the right question because sometimes always I keep on saying this again. When you attend an interview, if it is a very professional interview, you are the one who's going to dictate the interview because mostly maybe I'm civil engineer. If I want to ask you a question, I will let you to dictate the interview in the sense that if I ask a question, if you give me an answer, I will use that answer to ask you the next question. So I will be opening you as you are opening the door for me. I will be entering so many rooms for you to like to catch you. So please very smart during the interview. You are the one who's going to dictate the interview. I want to go to Malaysia to study this course because of this, because of this. Oh, because of this. So why because of this? Because of this is because then like you will lead them to like deeper. So please be very smart during the interview session, not only for the PTDF, for so many applications. Unless if it is the person asking you question, like he's no professional in the field. Maybe he was given a template. Please, what is kada? What is this? What is this? That is all. But if he's professional in the field, you will allow to dictate the interview. I think this is what I will say. Please pray, be like pray harder. So I think with that, I will call the meeting off. Please, for the speakers, please, we are very, very grateful. We are very, very grateful for your time and all this. And for the listeners and the participants, please wish you all the best for your application. And for all the questions, you can reach us out in our main platform. Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, engineer. One last tips. Please avoid plagiarism. Let me say this again. Please avoid plagiarism. Please and please, you try as much as possible to have your original work. As you know, this bunch of applications is not possible for human being to go through all of this application to select which one are relevant, which one are irrelevant. They normally pass them to plagiarism checkers to check plagiarism. So you try to what? We are not discouraging using AI tools like ChatGPT and DeepSeek, but what we are saying is that use them professionally. You crafted your ideas, you crafted this, and that. Then you can use AI tool to help you proofread and improve it, so that you can have the best. But it is your idea, you drafted it, but you can what? You can use AI tool to help you proofread and improve that idea. So that is it, and make sure that whatever you make sure that you if you get something from the internet, or maybe you copy something from the article, maybe work of this auto or work of that auto, you paraphrase it very well so that it will not be detected by plagiarism checker, because of it definitely pass your SOP and your research proposal through what plagiarism checker. As once plagiarism is detected, then you will be counted out of the one to be selected for the maybe interview at first. So that is it, engineer.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.